Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekend update. Here we are, Friday, September 15th. Starting to feel like fall, finally. We were out at the football game last night, and second half definitely felt like fall. Sweatshirt and hoodie weather. I love it. Sweatshirt and hoodie, that's the same thing. Sweatshirt and jacket weather, jeans weather. I love it. So hopefully you guys got a good weekend planned ahead and lots of fun. Let's dive in to our weekly market snapshots to start with. We've got the DC Metro here first, which gives us the big picture. Obviously, you can see a lot of the bigger counties around Fairfax, Loudoun, Montgomery, Prince George's, Frederick. Our showings, down a lot from a year ago at this time. But look at that number, 19% up this week from the week before. Looks like Labor Day took a step backwards, but almost 20% more showings this week. That's a super encouraging sign for the market. 7% less contracts, but that's okay. At least the buyers were out there looking. Median days on contracts stay about the same. New listings, this is the best number on the whole chart. Up almost 26% the week before. Now, I know Labor Day, sometimes people hold it for that weekend, but see 26% more listings last week than the week before is awesome news. 26% more listings, 20% more showings. It shows that hopefully we're going to see a little bit of a bounce back. And I don't know how that median list price jumped 13% in 1 week. That's kind of outrageous. I'm not even sure if that number's real, but I assume it is based on I guess there's a lot of high prices last week. The next one we got here is the North Central Virginia. So this is like that Stafford, Fauquier, or down to Fredericksburg area of Virginia. Just pretty flat on showings here, which is interesting. Where we saw the other ones up 25%. So up 1% showings week over week. Days on contract, purchase contracts down a lot last week, which is a little bit weird. Although, remember, this is only 345 per total contract, so down 17% really isn't a ton. It's down like 50 contracts. New listings down 10%. So this is kind of the opposite of what we saw in the DC Metro market, which is interesting. Median sales price up a bunch as well, which is, I don't know how it jumps that much in 1 week, but it did. And then we'll go up to the Baltimore area, Baltimore, Harford County, Howard County just below Baltimore. 11,000 showings, so pretty flat week to week. And then at the bottom there, you see new listings pretty flat as well. So still not bad news. That DC Metro area, which is 2 or 3 times the biggest of all these, had such dramatic stats. So it's very interesting data, that we're looking at here. The last one I want to show you was the Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle. So a little bit smaller, market size here as far as showings, but 1,700 showings. Down 14%, but again, a smaller number of those percentages can be swayed a little bit. That's only about 100 showings less. Median time on market was a lot longer, so it's weird that it jumped 7 days in 1 week. Just had a bunch of listings sitting a little bit. Not a ton of listings shot out last week, 9.5% less. But again, out of 171 new listings, that's only 17 less listings from the week before. So not a huge deal, but wanted to give you a good glimpse of all over. I want to go back first before I go on. Put this one back up. This DC Metro, we're looking at 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and those others. This is 19,000 total showings. So it gives you a kind of how big a market this is compared. So I'm hoping that this is the real data that will kind of start to splur out throughout the region in these next couple weeks, because this is the most encouraging slide I've looked at in a while. So love that information. So hopefully that's encouraging going forward. Our top performers for last week within our company, our top individuals in volume last week. Aaron Probasco, crushing it. Great job, Aaron. Jessie, Shang, Sebastian Edmunds, Rong, and Ingrid Morris. Been with Samson for got to be at least 15, 18 years now. So great job to all 5 of you in your performances last week. Our top 5 individuals in transactions for last week. Wendy Hutton, representing from the White Marsh office. Melinda Bell down in Fredericksburg. Aaron Probasco, Sebastian Edmunds, and Ingrid Morris again. So great job to our top 5 individual performers in volume and transactions for the last week. Our teams, got a bunch of powerhouse teams. Our top 5 in volume last week. Shepherd Homes Group and Jason Cheperdak bringing it home. The One Street Company, always representing. Westerlund Group, great job out of the Clarksville office. Jamil Brothers, Arslan and Saad, and then Janice, Pearson and Associates, bringing it strong from that Fredericksburg region as well. Our top 5 in transactions for last week. Similar look, we got similar list. We have Shepherd Homes Group, One Street Company, Jamil Brothers, the Monumental team. There we got some new ones here, Austin and Roxanne, and then the Bell team. So great job to all of our top teams and individuals for last week. Keep up the great work. Next week, we had some fun this week, I guess. This one's fun. So they say that, so we were at the NVAR golf tournament on Wednesday. They say the sign of a good leader is if he can pick good teammates. I was a good GM. So I was able to pick 3 good teammates. Jordan Muirhead, who's a fantastic golfer. My little brother, Bobby Sampson's an awesome golfer. And Mark Lublai was coming in strong with his putting game. So we were blessed. We took home the title. We were 16 under. I had very little to do with it, but I had a great team and we had a good day. Had some other great friends out there, Missy and David and Jason and Ross up there in a foursome. And then you see that we had a tent. The Samson team really represented. Bethany and Richard and Chris put up a great tent. Had lots of games. They were serving John Daly's all day, so everybody loved them. So the Samson spot was the popular spot, and we made a great impression on all the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors throughout the day. So great job to all the team out there. We had a little bit of fun as well. Last week, I was in D.C. I guess some pictures out, so I was having a good time there. But that's the panel that I was on. It was really all about agent training. It was a great experience to kind of be around a lot of other great CEOs, or not that I'm great, but other great CEOs around the industry and people from all over the nation. A lot of really good stuff. I'm going to continue to apply. We'll talk about some of that stuff in the sales meeting next week. But, I think the overall thing was, optimism, trying to, this market, there's been tons of ebbs and flows to this real estate market, but stay positive. There's less transactions out there right now, but there are still transactions out there. If you're going to be serious about it, dig into your database, get back to the fundamentals. If you don't know what the fundamentals are, because you just got in the last 3 or 4 years when it was crazy, then get into training. Provide that training as a brokerage, which we're doing all over the place, but dig into those fundamentals, and the business is there. But these next few months are when you're prospecting, trying to get those people that maybe they want to sell now, but maybe those are next year's closings. But, the other big message for buyers is this: look, 7% interest rates aren't great. 7.5% interest rates aren't great. But right now you can kind of get that home. There's not tons of competition. You can get that home. But if you wait around till it gets to 6.5, 6, 5.5, then you're competing with everybody. You're going to pay a ton more. It's easier to get in that house now if you can afford it payment-wise and refinance later, or do a 2-1 buy down, which gets you that 2% lower interest rate for the first year and then 1% lower for the second year. And during that time period, if rates drop like we think, then refinance. But at least you can get into that house now with less competition. Dr. Lawrence Yoon is the chief economist for all National Association of Realtors, and he felt really strongly that we'd be back towards 6% interest rates by the spring, and he felt like transactions would be up at least 10% next year compared to this year. So those are all real good signs for us that are working hard in the real estate industry anyway, every day. So great stuff, and we'll continue to pour that knowledge out that we learned from around the country out to everybody. We had a great time on Tuesday in Charlestown. We had a fantastic HQ to you. If you missed it, make sure you get on for the next one. But great classes all day. Jessica Springs had a great class from Cardinal Title PLLC. And the right there, you see a picture. We're full service realtors as well. Somebody came in for a closing. They'd blown a tire on the way in, and Del Grimes and Rasan Edwards got out there and changed the tire for him as well. So it was a good day overall. We had lots of good classes, lots of good interaction. We must have had 50, 60, 70 people there most of the day. So awesome stuff. Thanks to everybody that came out. And hopefully you get to the next ones. We'll get to the next HQ to use in a second. Next Wednesday, big fun day here at headquarters. We've got our super sales meeting on Wednesday from 10 to 11:45. We've got some great guests. Steve Ellis and Caitlin Ellis Properties. He's already, we put on our Facebook today. He's got some great stuff about how to get more listings, some scripts. He's going to drop some great knowledge on us. And then it's even going to be a teaser to a later class he's going to do for us. But Steve and Caitlin are great pros, do a ton of business, joined us earlier this year. And so excited they're going to be able to join and drop some knowledge. And then Uncle Casey's going to be, I should stop calling him Uncle Casey. Casey Sampson's going to join us as well. And I don't know what he's going to talk about yet, but whatever it is, it's going to be amazing because I'm in it for whatever Casey wants to say. So Casey's going to be a guest for us as well. Afterwards, we're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to go outside, do our cornhole tournament, 12 to 3 o'clock p.m. Lots of fun. We'll have food, drinks. Even if you're not going to play, come hang out. If you are going to play, please sign up. Also, please sign up to bring boards if you're capable to. The more boards we have, the more games we can get going on at the same time, and the more fun everybody can enjoy in and get the tournament done in a little bit less time so everybody's not here quite all day. But it's going to be a great afternoon Wednesday. I haven't started checking the weather yet. That might jinx it, but it should be a fun time outside. So sign up if you want to play, and then if you don't, just come hang out with us. Just join in the one of those with our Samson crew on Wednesday. We've got some other great, now pivoting to the not cornhole stuff. We've got a lot of great marketing that our team and Heather have worked on. We've got geofarming postcards available to you within our database. We've got the September newsletters up. I'm a huge newsletter guy. Look, I would have 2 newsletters if it were me every month. I would have one that went to my sphere of influence, take our design, customize it to yourself. 3 pages, professional about what's going on, with you or your team or whatever you got going on in the real estate business or your thoughts on the real estate business. 4th page, make it personal. For me, showing pictures of me and the girls at field hockey games or the fall basketball league I'm coaching or whatever it is. I'd show some pictures to the family, what it's about, because they want to remember that you're the person that's a pro in their life, and then also the person that they hopefully liked when they worked with you before, or that you would work with them again. So I'd have a Sphere of Influence newsletter, and then I'd have a farming newsletter for whatever area, zip code, neighborhood I wanted to attack. Customize that newsletter to be about that neighborhood. If you make it about what is home for them, they're much more likely to pick it up. And that one, I'd have 3 pages about the neighborhood or area. Last page about me and what my services provide, because that's a more professional, not as much of a connection piece to the people that already know you. So have one of those 2 designs and go for it. But we've got a great template for you to work off of that you can modify in Canva in our resource center and our print center. Popeye Press, Popeye Press, got it right. 2-page newsletters. Thanks to Lynn and Deb for all their help on these. These are great, kind of shorter newsletters that you can pop by and give out or send out to anybody that you want to. So good shorter. If 4 pages intimidate you, start with the 2-page Popeye and grow into that maybe. We've got new listing graphics, fresh stuff that Heather and the team have put out there, just sold, open house, just listed. Encourage you to use those as much as possible. If you need help on this, our marketing team's always available for one-on-ones, but also I know Heather does a great Friday print class every Friday that kind of goes over the basics of how to use all these graphics as well. Just a couple reminders. We've got our in-house advanced commission company, Samson Now, always there for you. You put your listing, submit your file, email it the request to SamsonNOW at SamsonProperties.net. It's right in Skyslope. Get your money within an hour. Get it advanced to you. Cheaper interest rates, cheaper, faster, and easier is our goal to let you get your money and access to it as soon as you can. As a reminder, we got recruiting rewards for you all the time: $500, $2,500, $5,000, or $10,000. Bring a colleague to a lunch and learn or introduce them to me by email. Our recruiting team will take it from there. We've got at least 4 opportunities coming up here in the next couple weeks. September 21st. So Wednesday, we'll have our big day here, Sales Main Cornhole. Thursday, we're going to be at Chantilly National Country Club. Down the street, we'll do a lunch and learn there. Wednesday, we're going to be in D.C. Wednesday the 27th at PJ Clark's. Really nice spot. The following Wednesday, we'll be right next door to our White Marsh office. It's Michael's Cafe. Super nice place. We'll do a lunch and learn there at 12:30. And then the following Wednesday at 11th, we'll be at Augustine Golf Club in Stafford. It's not up here yet, but Wednesday the 18th, we will be in the Bowie area. We're still trying to lock down where we're going to do our sales meeting and lunch and learn that day. But Bowie the 18th. And then the 25th, I forget. I'll remember in a second, I'm sure. But those 4 are locked in for sure. So invite your friends. Those are all over the place. We got Chantilly, D.C., deep into Baltimore and White Marsh, and then Stafford out that area. So we've got something available for almost everybody. They can also always go to joinsamson.com and watch a video presentation that we've done there. Partner spotlight for this month is Samson Solutions. So remember, that's our partnership with Curbio. Go to the Curbio page on the Nest, but they will fix up your property and you can push the bill to closing. They've got a really slick app that lets you track during the process, makes you even more of a rock star listing agent. Most sellers will admit that they need to fix up the house and they'll get more money for it, but most don't want to pay for it. Curbio will come in, do all the fix up, do all the repairs, push that bill to closing. They'll get more than the 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 grand they put into it back. You'll get a quicker sale, happier seller, and as a side note, probably a little higher commission if it sells for $20,000 or $30,000 more as well, right? Some upcoming education we've got. So HQ2Us, these have been just going fantastic. I've been so thankful for how you guys have just jumped in and loved all the education that we're bringing out into the field. We'll be in DC NOMA about 12 days from now on the 27th. So our DC NOMA office Wednesday the 27th. Then in October, we have White Marsh on the 4th, Stafford on the 11th. The 18th is going to be that Bowie sales meeting day, the super sales meeting. And then the 25th, our HQDU is going to be in Alexandria, in the Alexandria office. Before I talked about how the Lunch and Learn, I couldn't remember where it was on the 25th. So our 25th Lunch and Learn is actually going to be at in Tyson's at Ruth Chris. So, if you're looking for something there, that'll come out later. But the 25th, the Lunch and Learn will be in Tyson's area. But Alexandria, Lunch and or the HQDU all day on the 25th. Great training. Guys, even if you are okay with where you're at in your business, get to an HQDU. There are so many different classes. We were at Charlestown on Tuesday, and I said, how many of you had heard of Real Scout before we walked in the door? Like 2 people out of 50 raised their hand. I was like, how many of you are going to use Real Scout now after taking the class? And like 45 hands went up. It was crazy. Now, most of it's because you just haven't taken the time to learn about this resource. Well, come out. We're going to dive into all the different resources, all the things that can help your business grow. You cannot come to HQDU and not walk away with 2, 3, 4 big takeaways that are going to improve your business going forward. And we'll feed you breakfast, lunch. You get to hang out with colleagues. That's a great day at the office, if you ask me. So get out to the HQDUs. They will be worth your time. Agent orientations. It's another big one. Sometimes, I bumped into a couple people this week, and they're like, I just kind of feel a little lost. I don't know where to go. Or one person was on a team when they joined and they felt good, but now they went off on their own and they never really learned all the stuff. Guys, these orientations are fantastic and underutilized. If you're not sure of all get to an orientation. It's a deep dive with our agent service staff. They're going to help you in all the things, where to get, who to talk to, what to dive into, and then you build a relationship with your agent service specialist as well. So that whenever you need that help, they're just a phone call or an email away so they can help you out. So they're all over the footprint. We have 2 or 3 every week. Our great staff is putting out. Reminder, Samson Plus. We've launched our great coaching program. Richard's done a great job of getting this going. Kind of a quick overview is that the idea is you're always going to be coached by somebody that's a tier higher than where your current production level is, because you want to get at least a tier higher, because you want to get to that next tier, right? If you sell 5 homes a year and you want to get to 10 or 15, what better to teach you than somebody that does 10, 15, 20 homes a year to help you get to that next level? So the idea is we're always going to help you by having you coached by somebody that's kind of gotten to that next level. The number one trait in successful realtors is consistency, guys. Consistency. Well, the way you set consistency is setting a game plan and then accountability if we're getting that game plan. If you're trying to do it by yourself, you're going to have months that look like this, right? Great month, bad month. Great month, bad month. Get yourself a coach, meet with them consistently, set a game plan, get accountability. It will be worth it to you forever. For those that don't know and you've clicked on it, yes, there's small monthly fees, or we've worked it on it is, look, you can do it on a small commission split, 90-10, 95-5 split to your coach if you don't want to pay the $100, $200, $300 a month to have that coach. But I will tell you this, every single person that really dives in and gets a coach sees tremendous benefit and their business takes off. So I am 100% on board with the fact that you should have yourself a coach. Jumpstart, fantastic class with Lynn. I can't recommend it highly enough. She moves around, does 4 class sessions. Or 4 sessions. She's crams them into 2 days. So this is going to be in the Gainesville office. Tuesday, session 1 and 2. The following Tuesday, the 26th, session 3 and 4, 11 to 3. Lunch provided both days. Awesome teaching. If you need a jumpstart because you're getting going, or you've just gotten hit in a slower patch, get to jumpstart. Sometimes you know the things, even if you've been in the business a while, but you forgot, this is what I used to do. Or that's a good idea that Lynn's got. Lynn is a professional real estate teacher. She's been doing it for a few years. I won't date her. But she's been doing it for a little while, and she's fantastic. It brings great energy, and you will love that class. Realtor Safety Month. It is not negotiable. Your safety is non-negotiable. So we have a self-defense class here where you can come beat each other up now. But learn some great self-defense tactics. It's going to be in our headquarters Thursday the 28th, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. So I encourage you to sign up there. Come on into that class Thursday night. You guys will have a great time, I'm sure. If I know some of the people that have already signed up, my guess is that 5:30 to 7:30, you guys will get after it in a safety class, and you'll end up next to a lazy dog for a drink talking about who beat up who afterwards. So should be a fun night. Come out on Thursday. We focused our tech training. I know that KV Core and Chime are a lot, and people don't know kind of the differences or what to do. So we've created these tech days, these KV Core and Chime on the road days, where we're going to kind of teach you the differences between the two. And then we focus on KV Core for 2 hours, take a quick break, and then focus on Chime for 2 hours. So you can decide which one you want to be in. If you want to do KV Core, you jump into that class. If you want to do Chime, jump into that. Or if you already use one or the other, but you're curious about the other, come to that class. It's a deep dive into the program. I don't care what you use, guys, but you really should use a system. The more you get into a system and decide you're going to organize yourself, your follow-up, and the way you do things, the better off you're going to be long term. So KV and Core and Chime on the road, Chantilly on Tuesday, then Charlestown, Richmond, and Columbia in the months after that. So we're doing these once a month, all over our footprint. Our trainers are always available one-on-one to teach with you, but these are on the road. These are workshop style. Bring your laptop, roll up your sleeves, kind of go click by click and learn how to dive into the products. All right, next week, all the things we got going on. Monday, KV Core profile. Build your profile out, your social media, and KV Core social and KV Core listing machine setup. We do that every Monday so that if you just need to get set up and get going, Monday, 12:30. How do you need an elephant, guys? One bite at a time. Take that first bite on Monday. Jumpstart class in Gainesville, class 1 and 2 on Tuesday. KV Core, that Chime on the road, although it's not really on the road because it's here on Tuesday, but it's in our headquarters for the first one, 11 to 2:30, so that's the KV Core and Chime training. This is really cool. So in our DC NOMA class on Tuesday, Garrett Mooney and Steve Carlazzi, two of our great closers that everybody loves, they're going to do a cardinal title mock closing in our DC office. So I'd encourage you to get there if you're in the area. Sign up, come in, 12 to 1:30, KV cardinal title mock closing. My guess is that 12 to 1:30 time frame, they're going to feed you something too. So, it's always nice when they feed you a little something and you get to get your learn on. So mock closing in the DC office on Tuesday. Tuesday, we also have Sky Slope training. So our free coaching Zoom. So our great coaches, yes, there's a paid service, but every week we're going to have a free coaching class from our coaches. This week it was Sam. It was at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. This one we're going to move to the night to see if people like that better. So Tuesday at 6 o'clock, coaching, a free group coaching Zoom where you can dive in, learn more about coaching, and meet one of our coaches. Wednesday, got our super sales meeting in the morning, then our cornhole tournament in the afternoon. It's going to be a great day here. Thursday, our mastermind group is $2.5 to $5 million. So if you've done that much business in the last 12 months, this is the best niche for you, the best group for you. Thursday, I'm going to start at the bottom. Master Your Marketing class with Lynn is at 12:30. She's got a great class every week teed up for you. And then she has her Q&A Thursday morning as well. Cinch Home Warranty, one of our great partners, is also going to be in the Lake Ridge office on Thursday. They're going to feed you lunch and do a home warranty class. If you play it right, guys, you can eat lunch pretty much every day somewhere. It looks like Tuesday, you can eat in DC and do a mock title class. Wednesday, you're going to have food all day here at the sales meeting in Cornwall. Thursday, it looks like Cinch is going to feed you. So your lunch bill is taken care of. You just got to drive around to the different offices and learn and eat on us for free. Looks like we have another free coaching Zoom Thursday night at 6 o'clock. So we're doing 2 next week. I love it. Friday morning, 8:30, commercial real estate webinar with Aladdin. 10 o'clock, we have our contract training every Friday at 10. Then next Friday, it's G-Car and Montgomery County, so it'll be with Noble Davis. And then Friday as well, Friday financing with First Heritage, Friday 10 o'clock. Hop in there and ask your financing questions. Sky Slope Q&A. Create CMAs with Core Present. So we do this class in HQDU as well. Awesome class. I love Core Present. Super slick product. You do not need to use the whole KV Core suite to use it. You can use it as a standalone product, but it's a great way to give stunning market updates to your database. So I encourage you to learn how to use those if you haven't done that yet. And then bringing up the rear, last but not least, Heather will teach her print marketing class Fridays at 2 o'clock for all of you that want to learn how to dive into our print stuff and have been afraid to jump in and learn. That's a great place for you to jump in and get started. Lots of stuff this week. I'm just so excited about all the great education we have, all of the one another's that we're doing and all of our different events. Thank you so much for all of your hard work out there. I know it's not an easy market, but I know you guys are working super hard to close properties. Thank you for your referrals of all your friends that are joining us. We're bringing on 25, 30 agents every week, which we're super thankful for. And then thank you again for your support of Cardinal Title Group. Guys, we're tracking capture rate a lot harder. We're going to announce those numbers for last month at next week's sales meeting. But as we get into the fall and winter, there's obviously less transactions than the summer. We can use every single one of them. So please bring that support to Cardinal Title Group. We will take great care of you, I promise. The more you take care of us at Cardinal Title Group, the more we can continue to invest in great personnel to help you all out, great resources, great offices, great stuff to help build your business. We're pouring all that money back into making Samson an amazing company. So thank you so much for all your support. Hopefully you guys have something fun going on this weekend. Me and my family are actually going to Bobby Bones' show. He has his show at his Warner Theater Saturday night. He's the popular host of the country music show in the morning, but he won Dancing with the Stars, and he's been a bunch of other stuff. But Bobby has his local, he's doing like a comedy type show on the road. So my girls are all big fans of Bobby Bones, as are Meredith and I. So we're going out there at Warner Theater tomorrow night to see Bobby Bones' show. So lots of fun for us this weekend as well. So everybody take care. Hopefully you have a good weekend, and we will see you next week, hopefully at our Super Salesman and Cornhole tournament. Take care.